Let the 2-0 happen. Time to find out. Chaos on the CT side and FURIA starting on T with quite a bit of utility in their back pocket. So I'm quite interested to see what FURIA have for us in this round back.
Yeah, well, you know, 3 sets of utility is looking pretty nice indeed. And a quick bink onto Henny. Keeps him low for now. He's down to 3 HP already and has 3 pieces of utility that he needs to get out quick smart. We are going to see the boost up from Zeppa there, although looks like Chaos have decided against it as the smoke starts to come through. Vanity may just regret his decision to fall down, but he's going to be firing blind through the smoke now.
Indeed. Well, Vanity, for the moment, is going to keep spraying a few bullets on in. FURIA have copped a lot of damage. Henny's low and Henny's dead. The grenade from Steel finds its mark. Art and Yuri also tagged up. Bomb plant looking to be denied right now. Quick push from Chaos, and they are not afraid at all of FURIA. Looks like it's another pistol, and a great start to the map for Chaos Esports Club. They are really ramping up in this series.
A very well coordinated retake, and it was before the bomb even got down. So, you know, on the tap, everyone knew that there was one less person that could be covering the bomb planted there. So, great decision in the end. Vinny was in a very advanced position, very high up, high altitude there on the top of coffins. Unfortunately, couldn't get too much work done, and it's Chaos. It was just, you know, everyone going in together. Great teamwork, and good to see. Anyway, FURIA, they have gone for a bit of a mixed bag. Art forcing up the scout himself just to try to get some extra damage done. A couple of P250s may be able to follow up as well, so we are going to see a bit of aggression up mid this round. 3-man stack early from Chaos. Didn't reap any rewards, but a lot of utility has already been used. Still plenty in the bag, though.
Not looking too great on that front for FURIA. They're going to have to just walk their way into bracket here and hope that Art can hit probably the sickest, maddest, dankest headshot of his life with that scout. Otherwise, I don't really see how they're getting into this bomb site, Mac.
Well, Art, pretty good at doing that. So let's see if he has a chance. But at close range, it's going to be a tall task for him. Vanity, however, looking like he will be the first to find contact. Goes for the repick. That is a lot of confidence in that one.
Pops himself a flash down as well, the incendiary to go through, and FURIA are stopped in their tracks for the moment. Still, Vanity continues to peek for info and confirms that FURIA are still hanging around in brackets. It's been a slow one from FURIA, but Chaos are more than content to wait this one out. Bit of utility still to be invested here on the CT side. Steel and Leaf stacked on up, but the entries, if they do get hit by FURIA, could turn this back on its head. Good start for Steel. Can he get some more? Yep. And he's traded down by Leaf, so that's a good solid hold in the end. Quite an anticlimactic round because FURIA, they more or less just shuffle around the corner. Don't get too much done.
Yeah, great setup on site, you know. Just peeking on the contact, Leaf holding it down there from Nifty, and then you had Vanity coming in to mop up the scraps. So, bit of a slow start from FURIA, but now is their time to shine. Art just going back to the Mac 10 instead, as he did force up the scout in the previous. Rifles for everyone else. Galil in the hands of Quesarado, but plenty of utility for FURIA to gain some extra map control. Won't have to be doing it dry in round number 3. Chaos trading some utility here over towards Banana. Art's going to be hiding in that smoke halfway through.
The A-bomb side not looking too comfortable at all. The grenades actually really soften Art up, which is pretty imperative when you've got a FAMAS there, you've got an MP9. Rotation does have to come across quickly from Chaos, but look at this. They've read it perfectly. They've rotated all 4 players across. B is open, but FURIA are going to commit to the A-bomb site. This is massive from Chaos Esports. Could not ask for a better setup, but can they make it work? Execution has to be on point, and John G starts well. Art down. So too is Vinny, and he might even get Henny. No, that's going to be the job of Leaf. Either way, that is a mastermind, big brain rotation from Chaos Esports Club, and now FURIA are in all sorts of trouble. Bomb stuck in control of Chaos, and FURIA now have to commit to this site.
Steel, he just wants to take this fight. Now flashed in. He actually falls to a blind Quesarado. John G able to go for the trade find Yuri, but Quesarado in a 1v2 is not looking likely. 42 seconds. He still needs to find where both the CTs are positioned. There's the first. Leaf in pit now. Just gets the pick, and that should be about all she wrote. Quesarado gifted another opportunity. Leaf on the repick secures a third for Chaos. And look, that's the first big step they needed to take, beating FURIA on their first gun round. That was with the man disadvantage as well. So off the back of the pick, you could see the gamble stack really paying off. Jonji doing great work there from Library. Leaf as well, not only finding that pick on Henny, but the final one.
Such a huge read. I mean, how do you even make that call? They haven't seen anyone on A. They haven't seen anyone on B. And they're like, well, we're going to rotate our entire team over to A. Making it work. Great stuff from Chaos. Still continue to be impressed by what I've been watching today.
That's just
CT
homework.
Side of Inferno. Yeah, exactly.
Reading those tendencies. It's something that Steel has been doing for many, many years now. And FURIA, it looks like they're going to go for the front side smoke on the B side. Zeppa and John G need to try and hold, but Yuri, bit of chaos caused over towards the A side.
Yeah, this is going to be a good grenade going through from Zeppa. Tags Yuri and Quesarado up. Quesarado actually quite lucky to survive on 2 HP. Bomb plant still yet to go down for FURIA, and John G, if he spams, well, he's liable to get Quesarado. That's not the bomb planter, though. He's kind of been baited a little bit. So plant does still go down, but at least he's equalized, and the HP is so damn low for those FURIA players that this should actually end up being relatively routine for Chaos Esports Club, particularly if they recognize the fact that Yuri's on the other side of the map, which I think they do. They've tapped the bomb. They're actually going to hold the defuse here. So Chaos knew exactly what was going on there. They're really on the ball.
Vanity and Yuri were having a fight for about 30 seconds there at second mid, just going toe-to-toe, looking to find one another, and then, look, he distracted them for long enough that they knew, I think it was Henny there in CT, did manage to bring that M4 across, so I think it was. He tried to buy some extra time, but unfortunately couldn't do too much. And the cover was there. Chaos, they already had the rotations coming through. So 4 clean ones already.
Chaos is looking fantastic at the moment. I mean, I know I'm just gushing a little bit, but I'm continuing to be impressed. I promise I'm not a biased caster. I'm not even from North America, so what do I care? Hey, mate, go 100 Thieves. Let's go. Don't even worry about it, though.
That's why we weren't allowed to cast that game.
Maybe. The grenades go through again. Zeppa jumping forward for the info. Doesn't get too much, but he gets a headshot, and that'll be good enough. Love to see him get this shot through the wall onto the 5 HP player. That is art. But they'll be happy with the numbers advantage. Chaos just backing away. They know they've got enough to play with. A lot of utility still in the back pocket.
Yeah, John G trying to take the aggressive line here on just 15 HP. Needs to try to get the jump on one of the FURIA players coming through. And that is some perfect counter utility just to buy the extra time there. As the smoke to CT went out. FURIA looks like they are eventually going to force their hand towards the B side. As you can see, very aggressive maneuver from Leaf. He's halfway down second mid, and this is going to trigger the rotation, the stack over towards the B site. But it depends on if he gets found here. Just playing in the tunnels. Oh, overstepping. Here's that utility. The flank comes through. Gets 2. That's big on the flank. Bomb goes down. Vanity with 1, and Leaf almost able to get everything in the round. John G on 15 HP to trade it out as Vinny was collapsed on. But what another read from Chaos. The proactivity in the mid-round is just giving them all the information in the world.
It really seems like it's Chaos's day. It might be the day of upsets as well. Already Sprout getting the better of Big over on the EU side of Cologne. And at the moment, you have to make the argument that Chaos is on the right track to getting the upset over FURIA. It's been something that has eluded them for quite a while.
Just what you need to see. You need to bring your A game. It's game time. It's crunch time. And you need to play some A-grade Counter-Strike, and that's just not it from Vinny.
Oh, there's quite a lot to look at here. Chaos have pushed all the way down Banana. 1 for 1. Maybe not as good as it could have been. But a lot of damage, and to be honest, damage has actually still been quite impactful. Chaos have almost always been able to follow up on that. Sometimes you see players get low, but they still get through the round. They still get a lot of value out of the gun in the game. Not so much for FURIA up against Chaos. And, to be honest, Chaos are kind of making this look easy. FURIA are in a 2-on-3. Steel will fall. Henny's doing large amounts of work for FURIA at the moment. And finally, they'll be able to get a bomb plant down. And maybe even a winnable looking round for them.
Slow approach on the retake now. Leaf and Vanity do have some utility to play with, but the smokes, are they going to bother using them? Henny and Art just with a flash and beautiful crossfire. Leaf now knows the position of Henny, but just has to try to figure out Art. Oh no, Vanity's actually found that on the retake as well. It's going to go to the one-on-one. Henny does have the flash to play with, swinging wide, but just trying to buy as much time as possible there around New Box. Vanity unable to connect now, just finding him unable to in that smoke, which ends up not working out. And it was an absolute cluster there, but Henny finds himself the 4K, the savior of the round, and that's going to be FURIA getting on the board.
Yeah, indeed. A bit of a mess in the end there, but all's well that ends well, I guess, for FURIA. They'll be happy to get it over the line. Henny, 2 really critical frags here, and that second one onto Steel was just phenomenal. But Chaos, they have had some pretty solid buys, some pretty solid gun rounds that haven't gone down to low amounts of players. So their economy is built up pretty nicely. They're able to get another decent buy through here. Vanity does lack a bit of util. Leaf has to go down to the MP9, but to be honest, the MP9 is workable on this map. Art, he's just walked through, I don't even know, he's walked through a smoke straight into the molly. And that's the end of that.
Yeah, well, beautiful counter flash coming out from Jonji. Allowed that to be so easy for Zeppa. And with the man advantage, again, Chaos, they are just going to fall back. They're going to try to play it together. They're so good at making these mid-round calls. You've even got Jonji, or not Jonji, rather Steel. He's gone for that early rotation over to Coffins. And now FURIA, they're going to think that there's just one player on site. Let's see what Steel can do.
Get that pop flash ready for Zeppa. He won't even need it. He's gotten rid of Vinny, but and he's lurked in through the smoke. Steel seems aware of that prospect. He's gone and had a quick look back at construction, and he does at least get the info, if not the kill. Rotation still far away for Chaos, though, so this one a bit of a slower one.
They need to find Zeppa on site, and Yuri's going to do just that. So another 2vx scenario that's brought down to the 2-on-2. Let's see if Vanity and Leaf can get this one done. Vanity takes
this is dangerous.
Shot.
How's he done that? That's unbelievable, Vanity. The flick no scope, and he's gotten rid of Yuri. He's given the round to Chaos.
Oh.
That was sick.
Vanity hits him with the no scope. That was absolute ridiculousness. And again, Chaos with another round on the board. It was, again, costly, and you look at the money here, Jordan.
Yep.
There is not a huge amount in the coffers, so someone's going to have a bit of a lackluster buy. At least that AWP was saved across. AK as well upgraded too. So at least the firepower on the rest of the players is going to be looking quite
I mean,
good.
I don't really care. I don't think it matters what Chaos has in the back pocket. I think as long as they can pull out plays like that, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Whether it's with an AWP, Scout, MP9, who cares? Just keep playing the way they are at the moment. It's a phenomenal game of Counter-Strike to watch it. Even going on from Nuke, I feel like the gameplay hasn't really changed that much. We're still seeing the same style, that same sort of exciting Counter-Strike, and we're really getting a good matchup here between Chaos and FURIA. And what makes it so much more enticing is the fact that there is a potential upset on the cards now. You really are seeing Chaos over the long term contesting with FURIA.
It sounds like, Jordan, that you're becoming an even bigger fan of NA Counter-Strike.
Yeah. It's been a while since I watched NA Counter-Strike, to be honest, or casted NA Counter-Strike at least.
Since like Swole Patrol days, right? Or did you not even cast that?
I think like that might have even been after I cast. Yeah, like I think we did sort of season 4, 5, and 6 of Pro League, and then since then there hasn't been a whole lot. You know, I obviously did some of the IEM Sydneys and the Pro League finals and stuff like that, where I've casted a few teams, but nothing to this extent. Yeah, this has been really, really enjoyable to watch from Chaos. So,
well, welcome to America.
This is the part where I start screaming USA.
Yeah, something like that. I thought you'd have the energy. It's only, what, 6:30 in the morning? Anyway. 5-round lead for Chaos, and a much slower approach from FURIA this time as they start to enter the B site. Front smoke may actually get Art through. It looks like he's going to try to play the timing card.
Yeah, still just trying to get a little bit eager in the T-apps with the MP9. He kind of had to do something, but look at this from Chaos. They've very quickly brought the numbers advantage back. It just seems like they can't do anything wrong at the moment. B-bomb site, not under pressure at all, so they've rotated Zeppa back across toward A, although he's playing very passively, and this might work out nicely. Vinny's not going to check the angle. That's perfection from Zeppa. He's read it like a book. And now Leaf will hear K-Serrato dancing around on the bomb site, but 35 seconds, Henny needs to get here. And Leaf, if he can shut things down, will win the round for Chaos. He's going to try and bide his time, though, because John G still has to rotate up, and he's allowed into the bomb site, which will mean a bomb plant can go down.
John G has that nade, which could certainly do some free damage here, but as he does make a slow approach here, through cups, through apartments, Leaf is just buying time, and FURIA, they know that he's still here in this position, but they're not giving him an inch.
Well, I don't think they've been able to get off the bomb site either.
Oh.
John G just gets cleaned up, but Leaf gets himself a one-on-one. He's got time to work with. Defuse kit, I think, was in the back pocket of his teammate, but it doesn't matter. K Serrato wins it with the MAC-10, a really backwards and forwards round. But FURIA does finally get over the line, and this time they reset Chaos's economy. So this might be where we start to see FURIA rising up a little bit on that T side. I'm interested to see what Chaos actually does do here, though, because they will have to probably double eco, which means it's more likely than not that they're going to take a little bit of a force buy in. They have decided to go for that. Armor, pistols, utility. Enough to win the round for Chaos.
Let's see where they decide to go with it. 3 men over towards that B site early. Steel and Leaf holding the fort at A. Oh, John G is not going to be ready for that one. Down to 21 HP. Unfortunately, off the back of the flash, unable to find a thing. It's K Serrato doing all the work for FURIA, and there's one more man to find. That's going to be Vanity, who snuck his way into CT, but it looks like that might be it for the round already.
Yeah, indeed. It's probably better off for Chaos to just save the armor and the pistols and the remaining utility that they have through to the next round, because they're going to have to take another eco anyway, so these will be quite beneficial for them to try and hold on once more.
Well, there could be an AK retrievable if they get the timing here, but Yuri seems to find it one better.
Well, Steel's on a bit of an expedition, and the question now is, will Yuri get away? It looks like he might, unless he decides to cross the bridge. Steel is going to be fine, though. I think he's just going to sit here and save the Deagle. But that round, I mean, to be honest, as good as it is for FURIA, it doesn't fill me with a huge amount of confidence. That could have just as easily gone to Chaos if they've got the CZs out in their hand while K Serrato pushes through that smoke. It's a completely different story. They didn't get flashed. It was just because the fact that he had a molly or whatever it was, a smoke, in hand, that K Serrato was able to get through that one alive. So it's good for FURIA to get another round on the board, but we're going to need to see some really solid gun rounds before I think we start getting overly excited right now.
Yeah, it was a really smart decision as well. You know, FURIA, they've been getting those bomb plants down, so they're able to continually put that financial pressure on at Chaos to keep buying up by just whittling their economy away, keeping the rounds as close as possible. And now you can see the result of that is, well, essentially 2 free rounds, or 2 much easier rounds for FURIA. For Chaos, they've only got minimal utility carried across from the previous. A Deagle, a 5-7 in the hands of Leaf, and that's not even there anymore. He's been torn to shreds down mid. As we do see Chaos with a much more aggressive approach, trying to dominate any control at second, at mid there. That smoke allowing the aggression, and we are going to see 1 pick for the moment. Or 2, rather. So 2 for 3. That's pretty good, considering the little, like anything that Chaos brought into the round.
2's not really enough, though, for Chaos to win the round, but taking AK through. MAC-10, I don't know if they'll be quite as excited about. Sometimes when I have a Mac coming through on the desk, I'm not too excited either. So it's just the way it goes, Mac. Not something to get all that eager about.
You come to me on the biggest broadcast of the year. Disrespect me? Like that?
Yes!
Come on, Jordan.
Firing up.
Please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a lovely 7:30 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. The weather is 18 degrees Celsius, and it's a fine, clear day. That's actually all made up. I don't really know what it is like outside. I've been stuck inside casting Counter-Strike all night. But it is 7:30 a.m.
No complaints there, because it's been quality Counter-Strike on the menu all night. Henny is going to die to the explosion of the bomb there, overstaying slightly, but even so, FURIA have plenty of dollars in the bank at the moment to buy up again.
Told that it's 9 degrees, Mac.
9 degrees?
For your information, just in case.
Oh, Celsius. We're doing an A.
Celsius, indeed.
What's that in Fahrenheit?
I don't know, 25?
Well, I'll let you know in a second.
I'm just guessing, to be honest. Could be anything. I think 25 is below freezing, isn't it?
Probably.
48.2 max. Something in my head's just telling me.
It looks like you've done a bit of a Google search.
No.
Oh. Was it Twitch chat?
No.
No? Well, it was 48.2.
I just did some quick maths. You know?
Ah, okay. Nice. Beautiful. Well, anyway, bit of an aggressive play coming out from Chaos, looking to dominate Banana, and they've done just that. FURIA lobbing some utility.
Well, you don't want to see Chaos get too overeager here. If they actually do push through that smoke, that's where things can start to become problematic. But to be honest, actually, maybe they do need to do something because it's all onto Vanity. And that's a pretty crisp, sharp shot. He's got the smoke to stop the molly there as well, but he's lost Leaf. So FURIA are going to start to collapse on his position. You can see Vanity really feels like he's under pressure, pre-firing everything at the moment. Grenade goes through, doesn't do too much damage, but it's on Chaos. This rotation has to happen, and it does. Zeppa has got himself a 1-for-1. John G jumps right up on top of the boxes and gets deleted. FURIA are starting to make it work right now on the T side. Chaos, it almost seemed like they were going to make that sort of turn back on its head, but FURIA a little bit too good.
But yeah, solid post plants coming out from FURIA. Leaf, I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even going to read that. Jordan, you going to read that?
I can't actually read, Mac.
Ah, okay. Well, fortunately,
I can't believe you've
for both of us, I
called
have
me
no
out
idea
like this.
what that says. So, anyway, I reckon that's going to fire up a few people. Anyway,
No.
6-5 FURIA, they are right back in the game and looking to equalise up against, what, just a couple of upgraded pistols. But the Swag 7 in the hands of John G could do some groundwork.
Yeah, it's over towards the B site, though, and
Yep.
it seems like FURIA are probably a little bit more eager to head toward A. Still, he's going to hide himself in the smoke here. And, oh, that's not too bad. Let's see if this scares FURIA away from the A bomb site. It would be so funny to see them go back to B here, and I actually think that they might be. John G might have given up the game, though, if he would have just waited on the half for that Mag 7. And a big setup in sandbags for the remaining pistols could have been huge, but well, FURIA will deal with it. 6 apiece, equalizing things, and all of a sudden, that gusto from Chaos on the CT side seems to have fallen by the wayside a little bit. We're back to FURIA rampaging around the place.
Well, there you are, the equaliser. And FURIA making that one look very quick and easy to get back into the game. Chaos. Let's see if they can put a stop to this string of rounds that FURIA has managed to get. Looking like the buy from Chaos is pretty solid. Vanity, again, getting an AWP in play. Looking to utilise the big green here over towards brackets.
Yeah, well, this will be an important one for Chaos. It's the first proper buy that they've really had in a little while. So if they can get over the line here, they can start to regain a little bit of control and a little bit of momentum on the CT side. They'll definitely want to be getting more than 6. It was a stellar start for Chaos, but FURIA have done a great job of really coming back into the swing of things. So the half is kind of very much still hanging in the balance. It can go either way. And a lot of that is going to come from the result of this round. If Chaos gets over the line, lots of money in the back pocket. If they don't, they're going to be very poor, and FURIA will run away probably to a 9-6. This one's quite critical, and Vanity has just gotten across to the arch line.
Let's see if he goes for an aggressive push, though, because if he can snake some timing in behind the offense here, FURIA.
Going to need to, isn't he? Because there's so much pressure on the Henny side, but Henny's ready and waiting, just hiding on the corner, watching.
Just waiting. He knew that that was coming.
See what Steel and Leaf are going to be able to do here. Can they crush the hopes of FURIA getting into the bomb site? They've played slow and steady. Yuri, I don't know how he's won that aim duel, but he has.
Ridiculous.
And Leaf is really just going to wait patiently to his death, to be honest, because eventually Yuri's going to come around and clear that area out. And now we see a little bit of the back and forth. FURIA, they copped a few of those on Nuke. A little bit of the BM from Chaos.
He did it with a whole mag from the M4 to swap back to the AK. That's great. Yuri, he is going in on the corpses, on the ragdolls.
Definitely want to make sure they're dead.
It's about sending a message, Jordan. It's about letting Chaos, no.
I'm all for that. John G will also lose his M4, so it's just going to be Zeppa to take the weapon through to the next round. It's not looking too crash hot for Chaos. And actually, in fact, he won't even save. So we might have a bit of a pause here. Someone's disconnected.
Oh, and there it is. Vanity getting absolutely destroyed on the peak. Yuri as well. Oh, he actually got the kill before he fell off the balcony. I thought it was mid-air.
But that's such a dirty angle. Like,
oh, yeah.
Who's peeking pit like that?
Lots of people. It's a great entry route if you need to get someone out from mini pit there.
Yeah. Well, he's made it happen. 15-6 for Henny. He's definitely been leading from the front. In fact, for both teams, he's doing an excellent job for Chaos as well, it seems. In fact, I feel like we've got a little bit of a mirror match going on right now, Mac. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that's...
FURIA's playing against themselves. It's like they've cloned it. They've cloned themselves, and I mean they're playing exactly the same. I mean, I don't know how Henny's got more ADR on FURIA than he does on Chaos.
Whoa.
Tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm confused. This is
same KD, but he's got a different ADR.
What's going on there, boys? Hey,
oi, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
This is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say about that one. Very interesting. Something suspicious is going on here, Mac, I think.
Top of the morning to you, mate. How you doing? How you feeling?
Great.
Great.
I could definitely go for a Mountain Dew Game Fuel right now.
Oh, well, fortunately, we have a couple on the desk. I don't know if we're allowed to touch them, though. I feel like...
I've had a bit of a sniff.
You've sniffed the can.
But I haven't drunk them.
Why have you sniffed the tinny?
You know, we don't have this here in Australia, so I just want to see what it's like.
You're doing sniffing tinnies. You can't sniff tinnies.
Anyway, I'm told that Leaf has a power outage, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
so
no.
we may be here for a little while.
Still can't believe you're sniffing the tinnies. Not on a day like this. Sniffing tinnies at 7:30 a.m. in the morning.
7:42 a.m. in the morning.
Never sniff a tinny. Never. But drink them. Drink Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
Apparently, this is going to actually be sorted fairly quickly. Leaf, I don't know, backup power. Maybe it was just a small power outage, but he's getting back straight on into the server, so that's great to hear. And you're hearing a little click, click. Wonder what we see from Chaos in this round. I think it'll just be pistols and armor for the majority because they will be able to buy next round if they do take the pistol armor here. One good purchase to finish the half off, looking for the 8-7.
Yeah, contextually, if Chaos managed to close this out 8-7, they're going to have a huge amount of confidence heading into the second half. However, FURIA, they certainly look a lot sharper now. They've managed to get that momentum. If they can carry this across to a 9-6 scenario, then Chaos are really going to be in trouble heading into that second half.
Who knows? Maybe Chaos can pull some magic out of the hat in this round. They've got pistols, they've got util, and that's a great start for them. Softening up Henny, Art, and Serato, but FURIA not too perturbed by that. Be quite quick up to the top of brackets.
John G on a nice line there, though. So
look at this setup on the A bomb site from Chaos. 3 players just stacked inside of the site. Really banking on FURIA, just running around the corner, going screaming in and maybe not seeing 1 or 2 of those players.
It might work. This is a solid setup coming out. Steel as well is going to drop the smoke at the perfect moment. And in comes the wrap. Obviously, Leaf is going to be falling down to sight there. They're trying to get these entries through the smoke, but they have no idea that there's going to be 3 CTC. You got Steel baiting at the back, just trying to play as sneaky as he possibly can.
He's done it.
And FURIA don't know that he's here.
He's a ninja.
How's he done this?
The grenade's going through as well. Henny's almost dead. Steel and
he's got
Zeppa.
one.
They've got 1 each. And an AK for Steel. Oh, he's stepping up. Reminds me almost of Nifty, but this time with an AK. Right on top of the box, and Vinny has to clutch the 1-on-2. John G does maybe overcommit just a little bit, but Vinny still has to find Steel here. He has to collect the bomb in the next 30 seconds. And Steel is just waiting, watching, posted on this line. It's a game of patience, really.
Well, it's a very solid gamble because there's no way that Vinny's going to go for the rotation back through archers. He has to come from this direction, and it's just a matter of when. It has to happen. 10 seconds. Steel gets it, and the play works out. What a big brain maneuver on a lackluster buy to put Chaos back to the 7-7 situation.
ANZ casters, am I right,
Mate,
guys?
Steel was being the chief in that
He was
situation.
certainly being the chief. He got that dirty mo and he just rubbed it in the face of FURIA in that round. And, well, 7 apiece.
He shaved. We saw him
He did
before.
shave. I was
Which
actually so disappointed.
Oh, that's the question I was supposed to ask him, was why did he shave it? I was enjoying that dirty moustache. that he
Either
was
way,
rocking.
this gives Chaos the opportunity to go through with an 8-7 favouring them. And, well, you know, it may not be exactly the number that they were looking for when they were up 6-1. It's still going to be a pretty good result in the grand scheme of the half. How they go on the T side, though, still remains to be seen. But I do think they're a little better on the T side, statistically speaking. So maybe that speaks to something.
Tell you what, I'm going to be speaking to you in a minute. And
Sure.
probably for a few more because we're only at half time. The game's not even close to being done. Anyway, FURIA, again, they've had a little bit of success to the B side, but I feel like A's been working slightly better. However, they're going to be grouping up all 4 remaining players. We're going to go on the 4v2 over on this half of the map. But Chaos, they are trying to make the read here. Jonji's got that nade, which he's going to be bouncing off the skybox, looking to do damage. But, oh, Zeppa, the timing certainly doesn't favour him there. Art gets a freebie. There's that nade. Big dunk. 31 HP remaining on K Serato.
Art's going to keep pushing as well into CT spawn. Could be pretty rough for him. John G sent out with a flashbang. He's going to get back, hiding away in that smoke and lockdown construction. This is looking good for Chaos Esports. They've got a lot of util for the retake here. They've got controller CT. They've got Leaf working up Banana. They can come in and pincer the bomb site, but they do have to wait things out. There's a bit of util still popped down there by FURIA. Time starting to run down, and Vinny does catch John G. It's 3-on-3 for the retake.
Oh. Henny spotted on Banana side. Leaf, though, is going to be smoked off. So let's see. FURIA won't expect the dry push. K Serato's looking this direction, though. It's going to be the 2-man peak. But the timing's found, and Leaf gets the double.
Oh, they've done it.
Final man found, and there's enough time to get on the bomb. There it is, the 8-7 half.
Perfect stuff from Chaos on the retake. They keep all 3 players alive. Not that it matters, because we go into half-time, and it's 8-7 with Chaos leading. G'day and welcome back to ESL One Cologne, live to you from the ESL studio in Sydney, Australia. It is 8-7 favouring Chaos Esports Club in the second half of Inferno, and they're up 1-0 in terms of the map scoreline. Seems like things are starting to heat up in the server a little bit. Chaos maybe even favoured by the betting odds.
Yeah, they certainly were just there, as you saw at the top of the screen. However, let's see where Chaos go. It looks like it's going to be a faster approach straight up Banana, but 3 defenders here to stop it.
Oh, they're going to have to come scrambling back into the B bomb site. Leaf has already overrun Quesarado, and a pistol round win here for Chaos Esports would get them off to a fantastic start in the second half, and it certainly looks like they're in that direction. Mac, all 3 B players have been overwhelmed. Yuri tries the standard FURIA gameplay, and that is pushing through a smoke. Hasn't worked out for him here. And I dare say Chaos are going to be starting off with a pistol.
You've got to be hoping for something in a situation like that, so going through the smoke isn't a terrible idea. Maybe if you just waited a little bit longer for Art, there would have been a higher percentage chance that no one would be looking in his direction. However, that didn't happen, and Chaos have played this round to perfection. Off the back of that great entry coming out from Leaf, the utility, everything fully pre-planned, and Chaos catch FURIA napping. Beautiful entries and a beautiful way for Chaos to start this half. So 9-7, if they can take this 2-0, I feel like no one would have been able to call this at the start of the day. Except for maybe Pilly. He's got a big brain.
His brain's turning to mush after being awake for so long.
Yeah, look, us gingers, I tell ya.
But what about the odds of both Sprout and Chaos getting the upset today? Don't know that anyone would have predicted that in particular. Let alone
Did
one.
you ask me my predictions?
If not,
I did say 2-1 for Chaos though, so I would be wrong. Anyway, I'd be half right, and that's the important thing. Utility going to be used here towards Banana. Chaos looking for some control. Art looking to hide there at Car. Looks like he will fall back before the smoke fades. As FURIA wanted to go for an aggressive play. Top as Vinny hopes for a wallbang, hopes that someone is waiting there. The other side of half wall.
I mean, Chaos are very content at the moment to just play things slow and wait some of that utility down of FURIA, but they do still have 3 smokes available.
And Art has 17 bullets in the reserve now, so
oh, that's plenty.
He's certainly getting rid of a lot of them, just going for as much free damage as possible. Unfortunately, he hasn't hit the mark too much yet. Cops more than he gives there. As he falls back, Molotov's going to filter out the top of Banana, but Art is still just making sure he gets every single bullet gone. 4 in reserves. Is he going to completely empty every bullet possible for the Deagle?
Well, that's just efficiency. You've got to make use of everything you can.
Exactly.
In a round like this. And he's still got plenty enough. He only needs 5.
Well,
there's one for Quesarado, and Zephyr drops early on in the piece. Chaos, this is dangerous. They can't afford to be dropping to these Deagles. They've let it slip a little bit. Leaf does salvage things. Art is on 14 HP, so he should be fairly easy to knock over, but all it takes is one more good shot, particularly onto Leaf. That molly, though, might just nip Art in the butt. It won't quickly enough. Seal has to deal with a 1-on-1, or 1-on-2 even, and that's not what he would have imagined doing. 4 seconds, 6 seconds, he has to plant the bomb, get it down on the floor, son. I think he's managed it just in time. Henny wraps around the corner, but still can't win the aim duel. Such an awkward spot to be in, and Chaos are going to lose the round. Henny gets it over the line, but that was something interesting. Chaos just running into the 3-stack of Deagles and getting pulverized.
That was it. Just enough in the tank. FURIA hit back with an 8th on the board now and look to equalize. Let's see with that bomb plant if we do see Chaos force up here as well.
Just want to give a shout out to the observer Prius in the chat. He's been doing a great job today.
Imagine trying to steal someone else's thunder.
What do you mean? I'm not saying he's casting.
Oh, of course. But, Prius, hello. I miss you. I miss you, baby. It's been a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and, you know, sharing some love in the chat. Anyway, we've got a game going on, Jordan.
Yep.
All right, get your eyes off Twitch, Jack. Get
Who?
back in here. Who?
Never heard of him.
You're a taken man. I can't believe you're doing this.
This is important, though, for Chaos. They really want to answer back very quickly.
See if they can find the answer. Double AK setup looking good. Steal. Giving up the opportunity to have any body armor just to make sure Leaf and Zeppa can dish some damage. Really taking the star fragging roles. Usually, Steele has been looking pretty good himself tonight, and there it is. The boost up will open up the B site. Art's here and fighting with the M4, but he's only at half HP, so Chaos did have an opportunity to make their way through, but they haven't hit the accelerator yet.
Slow and steady, wins the race. It's a bit of a turnaround from what we saw on Nuke, but you're going to have to speed things up eventually. 48 seconds left, and time is of the essence. Your utility is going to get tossed on in. CT smokes. Great flashes are going to force Art back behind all the way to new box almost. And he's here waiting for some counter utility usage though. 35 seconds, and Chaos are more or less just running all the way over to the A bomb site. John G keeping things interesting by roaming in through CT spawn as well. But Yuri shuts down too. No way! That's unbelievable. The USP comes out. It's Zeppa. Has to get the bomb plant down and probably will before the rotation comes in. But where is John G? It's just a 1-on-2 right now. He is still sitting in CT spawn, and Zeppa is going to more or less have to do it himself. John G has to get a move on.
Well, that's it. It's planted in the shadows, and that's not going to be for Library. So John G needs to make his way through. Zeppa taking an aggressive line here over towards Diggity as Art, Henny looking to trade this one out, but Zeppa is on one, and there it is.
He doesn't need help.
4 kills rather for himself in the round. Yuri almost saves that one for Furia with the 3K on the Famous out of nowhere.
Yeah, very scary stuff for Chaos. And to be honest, Furia, I mean, they're still looking pretty good on the CT side. Chaos is getting over the line by virtue of a couple of big step-ups, but they're getting over the line nonetheless, and it's going to force Furia back to a force buy. Pistol armor. Not sure that's going to bode too well for Chaos, though, based on what we saw last round.
An aggressive play down Banana. Zeppa at the ready, but John G, the pre-fire, oh, it's not actually any smoke at the bottom of Banana there. He's just been fighting freely, finding Art. Vinny as well, just barely surviving that grenade explosion. He's going to be happily swapping out for the 5-7 instead, giving the deagle to someone else. Furia backing away to go for the 2-2 split instead. Maybe actually going for the 3-man gamble over towards A.
Yeah, smoke to lock down Banana, at least for now. At least that's the hope for K-Serato, but Chaos, they can wait it out. They've got plenty of time. Don't need to be doing anything too crazy just yet. 1 minute still on the clock, and again, they'll use their own utility. Furia have stacked the wrong bomb site. Now, on one hand, that means they will lose this round for free, but on the other hand, it does mean that they're going to take all of those guns through to the next. So there's pros and cons to everything. It's a bit of a wooden spoon prize to be able to keep the guns, but who knows? Maybe they can be put to good use next round, Mac.
Wooden spoons are a great utensil.
I'm a fan.
Stir up a pot, just like what is happening in Twitch chat here.
I actually used a wooden spoon yesterday night to cook my dinner with.
There you go. So great utensil, great instrument, really.
Big fan of the wooden spoon.
I like you can throw it at the enemy.
Do you like the fat ones or the thin ones? Wooden spoons.
Oh, you had me for a second. I don't know the difference.
Really?
Of only wooden spoons.
I got a big fat one and I got a small skinny little one.
We can't talk about this on broadcaster.
I'm just talking about wooden spoons, mate.
Oh, all right, okay. Just checking. Anyway, look, great round from Chaos. Another on the board. Clinical not to fall to any of those pistols as Furia couldn't get the better of them this time.
Yep.
But a very composed, very structured Chaos has entered the server for Inferno, and they are looking very likely at the moment that they can cause this upset.
Oof. He said it. He said the words.
I've done it. I've said it.
He's gone and said it. He's on the record, ladies and gentlemen. MacMate believes Chaos will win against Furia today, 2-0. Words right out of his mouth. But to be honest, I might not disagree. Chaos are looking really good at the moment. Got a good buy here. Furia saving a lot of the guns through from the last round, and so they'll have a bit of a shot here. Utility perhaps to slow things down. A very big split from Chaos. This time some more presence toward Banana, but Furia are floating that extra player over toward A. But maybe not. Art's headed back over toward the B bomb site, and this is going to be your usual 3-stack toward the A side of the map. Chaos will start to work their way in. Steel posted, ready with a MAC-10. Pretty sharp indeed. Yuri goes down. And he's able to trade, though, and Steel does need to be pretty careful here. Just bouncing around in the sightline of that Deagle. Good molly goes through. This should be the end of Henny, and it is. Steel has the AK in hand, and he's sharp with that. But still, 2 players on the site to clear out. And do they expect the third? Yes, they won't fall for the Steel tactic. You can't beat them at their own game.
It's a great communication and some great coordination coming out there. The Steel just uses that patience, waits for someone to molly the graveyard area, force Henny out, and that was pretty much the A site found from that point. Crossfire not established anymore as Vinny tries to make this one hurt the bank a bit, but Zeppa wants to try to stop him from getting away. Smoke to library as Vinny just tries to play some mind games here. And he's happy to give his life. Should be able to buy up into the next regardless. No extra damage. And no extra lost guns for Chaos. It's going to be 12 on the board. And Jordan...
Ooh. What have you got for me, Mac?
4 rounds. I've done the maths. 4 more rounds here.
Oh, quick maths.
And Chaos take a second map.
What does that mean?
That means it's going to be 2-0. That means they take the series. And FURIA lose.
Wow.
And they go to the lower bracket. That's an upset.
That is an upset. I think there will be a lot of people upset if that happens.
I'll tell you
I do
who's
say so myself.
Not going to be upset.
Who's that?
Big brain, IGL, champion of Chaos, Steel, who I assume we're going to have a chat with afterwards.
Perhaps. Let's see what we can rustle up. Ooh, well, how about that as a start, Henny? Well, he's gotten 1, but it's really nothing too fantastic at the moment for FURIA. It's almost looking like Chaos is going to walk it in on Inferno. I don't want to go so far as to say that, but this is looking pretty rough for FURIA at the moment. And they're making life pretty good for us Aussies here, you know. Been going since 11 PM. It's now 8 AM. Quick 2-0 to finish the day off. Might not be something that doesn't go down a treat. We'll give a quick thanks to Chaos for that one if they do get it over the line. Quesarado, he's gotten 1, but look, let's be real. Chaos just doesn't care at the moment if they're losing AKs.
Their bankers, you know, their financial advisors also don't care because there's just so much money in the bank here for Chaos. As FURIA, it's really starting to get to the point where it's the last couple of opportunities. You've got Art and Henny going for the double AWP setup, seeing if that can maybe change the tides here. Make it roll in a different direction, but Chaos, they seem to have the answer for everything, just always stepping their feet in the right direction. Very thorough thought being put into every one of these rounds, and FURIA just cannot find an answer.
Starting to look a bit more like the end of Nuke, where it really was just Chaos dictating everything, and FURIA didn't seem to be able to get anything done, and it's kind of the case right now on Inferno here as well. So they need something. They need something special to turn things back on their head. It's a double AWP setup. FURIA have gone back to that. And he's going to miss the first shot, and we'll just have to fall away. So giving up a little bit of control. But Chaos are not the kind of team that's going to explode off of an initial bit of contact like that. They're going to slow things down again, reset the situation, keep FURIA thinking, rotate their way back over to Banana. See what Art can do.
The slow reaggression, but into Vanity, who had the advantage for the peak, but Art was just covered there by the car, rather, by the wood.
Well, John G's gotten across and he's quick, but Art actually does manage to get back around the corner. A second shot from him, and John G, well, he's going to walk straight into the sight line of Quesarado. This one hasn't quite worked out for FURIA. They've gotten a little bit too tricky, a little bit too fancy. And sometimes just a good old-fashioned couple of shots with the AWP that put you down. And in Banana, it's an AWPer's playground. See how much more damage Leaf can actually do here, though. He's got 24 seconds.
Which is,
nothing
in the grand
really.
scheme of things, absolutely nothing. But let's see if he can carry the AK across. No, well, that's not going to happen. Henny puts a stop to it before he can begin with anything there. And that's going to be 9 on the board. FURIA, that's exactly when they had to put their foot down if they wanted any chance to take the map here. And they've done it at the perfect moment. AWP's seemingly the key.
Yeah, but it is really just the start of this climb. It's like a Mount Everest for FURIA at the moment. They've got to get 4 more in a row to equalize. They're on the CT side as well, Max. So we always talk about how difficult comebacks are on the CT side, because if you do inevitably start your way back into the map and then you lose a couple of rounds, let's say Chaos wins the next two, FURIA's going to be broke. Well, maybe not yet.
Looks like Steel's going to be broken there. Very fast approach towards the B site. And will we see Art get overwhelmed? Drops the smoke for safekeeping, but just trying to play around it now. Gets another! What? Oh, it's a collateral Zephyr leave. Take it in one shot. Art is nuts.
That is Art, to be honest. That was beautiful. It's all lined up for him, figuratively and literally. And that's one way to get FURIA back into the game. That's a huge moment here on Inferno. Chaos will have a lot of thinking to do now. 3 rounds the gap. FURIA are starting to come back into it. They're building money up. CT side looking a little bit better. Money's bad for Chaos here. They got CZs and MAC-10s. It might be, again, something pretty quick. It almost worked.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run it back the exact same strat straight into the B site. Molly's burning, though. Everyone's gone through it. Oh, and that looks too easy for Art now. One found. Quesarado, the quick triple. And that was just a throwaway. Chaos just looking to get to the next ones.
I don't know. That's a big swing in momentum those last 3 rounds. Chaos, they're going to have to probably take another eco here. I think that's a tipping point. Chaos are going to have to re-stabilize after that. And FURIA are feeling confident now.
What a play from Art in that previous round. That still got me going. And it looks like it's got FURIA going as well. Starting to find the second win. Starting to get a few more rounds on the board when it matters most.
And if FURIA starts to get going on the CT side, that is where Chaos are going to struggle. So they do need to dig deep here and reset the momentum. Difficulty really is now that Chaos have allowed FURIA to get back into the Buyers Club. They've got a heap of money in the bank. It's an uphill battle, really, it feels like, for both teams at the moment. FURIA, because they have to catch up on rounds, and Chaos, because they have to break the economy. Quesarado does a great job of just obliterating them. Oh, see you later. Goodbye, Chaos. FURIA is back. It's 13-12, and Chaos can't find an inroad anywhere.
5 kills, 3 seconds. What have you got there? Quesarado, pure confidence. 1 magazine and 1 big clip to hold. I think he still had 7 bullets in the end there. Actually, that might have been the deagle. Anyway. Confidence boosters, those frags are the ones that count the most, because Quesarado, that's a few, I think it's like 8 kills in the last couple of rounds. So.
Yeah. Let's see where Chaos goes from here, because they've tried B, they've tried Banana quite a few rounds in a row, and they've just gotten demolished over there time and time and time again. John G under so much pressure, he'll just get out. But I'd like to see a little bit of presence over toward A maybe here from Chaos, just to change things up a little bit.
But Art from the outfield there perfectly caught that grenade. Unfortunately, it's not baseball here. So it's going to cost him a whole lot of Harry Potters there. He wants some more reaggressing in behind the smoke here at the top of Banana. FURIA, looks like they might go for an early rotation. Sending Vinny across. No control of Diggity, but full reliance on Henny to control that area of the map. Art, he's cleared out Banana with that peak. Or at least the majority of it.
Yeah, rotation starting to come across for FURIA. Time might have run out for Chaos. If they do hit this bomb site, they'll need to hit some good entries on the way in. Neil's got the molly for Pit.
Great wall of smokes there, just at the perfect position, but that's going to be the bomb lost, needs to be retrieved. Henny has something to say about it, and it's a beautiful 3K to follow.
Oh, dearie me, Mac. You really get the sense that the momentum has shifted. That's a 4K for Henny. He'll look for the ace, but he won't get there in time. Quesarado finishes it. And FURIA, what a mad string of rounds. They've equalized 13-13. That's 5 in a row now for them.
Oh, that second one was nasty, but the third to follow. Jonji couldn't see it coming. And then backs it up again on Zephyr.
And the thing is, the beautiful thing is here for FURIA, every single one of these rounds have had a player just going absolutely massive. They're really feeling it now, FURIA, right when things are getting pretty dire. The individuals are starting to step up on both sides of the map.
And that's the thing, Chaos, they've been so structured, so good at playing as a team so far. But FURIA just managing to figure them out at the perfect time. And another found through the smoke, the aggression.
It's a good flash.
Works out.
Chaos need a bit of magic here. They're going to go into the CT spawn. That's where Serato is. He's spotted and dealt with. No way! Leaf just bunny hopping around the corner. He's got 2 with the Tech 9. Flashes go flying through. Art has a lot to deal with, and that is a raw adjustment if I've ever seen one. But he'll still go down. B-side is open, and that's good enough for Chaos. It was messy getting there, but they only had pistols, Mac. Now they have an AWP and an M4 and a bomb plan. And the rotation is still coming in for FURIA, so this is winnable for Chaos.
They have armor, utility, and information as well. Spotting one of the 2 coming in from CT, but full control of Banana. That's been cleared out. Jonji on the line. Not going to expect it, but he doesn't hit the trigger. I think he might have just been spotted. Yuri baits it out, and that's an opportunity, but Steel now going to be stuck in the corner. They're aware it's worked out. Steel. He's doing God's work.
I think they've won the round, Mac. I don't think he wins it from here. That's a good shot, Jonji. Minions just trying to jump through the smoke. 14 up for Chaos. They strike back and cancel the momentum of FURIA, breaking their own drought as well. But FURIA will come back with a vengeance in round 28. They've got a good buy. They've got plenty of money on that CT side. This map is not over yet.
Ridiculous scenes here on Inferno. As close as it can be. And FURIA, they're bought up again. They've got money in the bank to buy pretty much for the rest of regulation, at least into the next. Let's see what Art goes for here. Jump peeking ambitiously. Big damage from the nade, and he pushes forward, but Zeppa gets the redemption.
Yeah, it's good enough for Chaos at this point, but Zeppa needs to be very careful. 20 HP, all it's going to take is a tickle here from Vinny, and Vinny is watching the correct angle. Zeppa has been punished. Vinny's going to continue to push forward. He's right by the half wall, cops a big chunk from the AWP. Spam continues to go through from Vanity, but no luck with the second or third shot.
Down to 10 HP, and Leaf now aggressing on the opposing side of the map, going back off the flash as Hanny. I don't think he's heard the drop, but he realizes the situation. Jump peaks as well, trying to re-aggress here, and it's all up to Vanity. FURIA might put this on the 14 to 14. It's the nade from Henny to secure it. You thought it was the jump shot, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I was just excited for the grenade frag.
The frag frag?
The frag.
That's the one.
Frag, grenade, frag. Well, 14-14, hanging in the balance. The buy will come through from Chaos here, but you have to say, FURIA has looked like the better team in the second half thus far. There's been moments of brilliance for Chaos, but the consistency has been really there for FURIA. So it's still hanging in the balance, but Chaos are going to again need to dig deep, get through with one of these streaky rounds, and it still won't be enough to break the CT side economy. FURIA have done a really good job of keeping that one in check. So where does Chaos turn? What have they got left in the back pocket? Is there a plan B? Flip through that strat book. Get the big brain going into overdrive for Steel. Because everything comes down to this round. If they lose here, they lose the map.
This needs to be the game-changing round. The most important one they've played this match so far. If they want to take this 2-0, it needs to happen here. Utility at bracket, looking for some control. FURIA, full reliance on Art, who has full control of Banana. He hasn't even been tested. There's not the utility to retake it either for Chaos, so they have to really be all in here unless they go back dry to B.
Free smoke. Caserato's going to be flashed on through, but Zeppa dies. They haven't found Steel just yet, and Vinny's going to go running back through CT spawn. This could actually be a hugely powerful position for Steel if he gets his timing right, and he's going to have to because he's lost another teammate now. Caserato checks the angle, but Steel's too good this time, waiting for Vinny to re-peek. He's not there. Henny, though, watching through the smoke. Vanity and Leaf need to keep this one alive for Chaos. The molly's down on the site. Henny doing damage. Vanity gets aggressive. Good shot. Spins around. Knows Henny's in pit. But there's too many FURIA players there, and it's 15 up. Map point now for FURIA.
Rotation coming in just at the perfect moment. That was pretty much the perfect play for Chaos until that bomb got spotted running straight back up mid. And then FURIA knew something was afoot and Steel eventually got found there. The AWP in pit was just too much for Chaos to deal with. And again, it's going to be, well, a much better buy than we expected. They do have the round loss bonus at least worked up. And unfortunately, no bomb plant means the utility is going to be thinned out a bit. But still, Chaos is going to be playing the hand they're dealt. FURIA, they've got the momentum. They've made their way back into the game with a string of rounds. And they want to close it out in regulation.
Maybe there's one little bit of cheekiness left here for Chaos.
There you go.
Drops early. Still a little bit of a dance around carpets, though, between Leaf and Yuri, but that's going to be given up on.
Fully relying on the timing shot there. Great flash from Vanity to enable that banana control. And Chaos, again, in these situations is when they flourish. Having that man advantage, knowing where to play, where to send it.
Eye of the storm right now. We've had some chaotic rounds, and we've just slowed things down in round number 30. Everything on the line for Chaos as they don't want to drop this map. But Zeppa rolls around the corner. Henny deals with him. Chaos just dry peeking. It's not working out for them. Henny has another chance, but Leaf does get the better of him this time. 42 seconds and time available for Chiefs to play with. Chaos, they're going to get themselves into the bomb site. Vinny 1-on-3. And Vanity's going to get the bomb plant down. Mac, I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to make it to overtime.
This is looking like OT, but if anyone can do it for FURIA, it's this man here. Vinny, 1v3, one flash, one nade, and one big dream. But there's also a big gun pointing in his direction, and that is going to be Steel slapping him around with it as we head into OT on map number 2 here.
I bet you Steel's got a big gun ready to slap people around with in overtime as well. Mac, I'd love to see it. Chaos. It was a rough second half for them, but to be fair, a pretty rough second half for FURIA as well. Just such high stakes for both teams. One mistake felt like it could cost the map. And in the end, both teams bringing us a very good game of Counter-Strike here. 15-15, one map advantage for Chaos. It's high pressure for FURIA.
16 KOT as well is going to allow these double AWP setups to work even if FURIA lose a round. So Chaos need to pick their battles wisely, and Art's gone on the aggressive, finding Zeppa early with, I believe, a boost over the wall. Jonji falls to an 8 as well, so that's going to be full banana control. Change in the momentum up towards the A side. It's a 2v5 already, and nothing's working out for Chaos in overtime. Yuri shuts down the final to a dig.
Oh man, this must be so frustrating really for Chaos, shouldn't it? Because FURIA is doing whatever they want, and it seems to continue to work. Chaos will have to take a big reset after that one.
It ain't easy being Leafy. Appreciation shout out to text, man.
The benefit for Chaos is this is nothing new for them. You know, they got through that second half really dealing with a strong CT economy. It's not like FURIA is throwing anything new. It's just the same. It's double AWPs, pushes everywhere.
The thing is, FURIA just started to feel themselves. It took a couple of rounds, took a couple of really exciting plays, but they're here and they're playing. No one falling early for Chaos just yet. Flashing into Archers. Hanny. Missed opportunity, but Yuri's gone down to Steel as well.
Good spam. Does go through and connects quite substantially onto Zeppa. Henny again flashed out. Great utility usage in this round so far from Chaos. It's gotten them into the bomb site.
But they have completely forgotten the bomb, which is down in the middle of second, and Art has just found it. Does he realize? He does. Falling back. Nice line. He realizes the retake situation, but timing is his killer.
What is going on there? John G's going to get the timing onto Vinny as well. It's a complete change up from the last round. That could have been disastrous for Chaos. Could have been a real tilter. But it seems like they've navigated it effectively. John G will drop. Quesarado still here in the 1-on-3. Let's not count him out just yet. Trades out for an AK. 25 bullets in tow. Double stack in towards the bomb site. One into pit. That's Zeppa. Quesarado, well, his position's well and truly known. He's making a lot of noise, trying to bait out the shots, but can't get too much done. It's 16-16. Chaos, it's really still on the balancing point, but it continues to feel like they're playing catch-up.
You got to love that. Full execute on the site, but the battle at the bottom of mid just stopped that bomb from rotating in, and off the back of it, Art could have completely changed the round, but just chose the wrong timing to get back down to the bottom of second. He suffered a grave fate, but Chaos keeping it even, 16-16. Who will take the lead as we head into the half of OT?
This time, no contest in Banana from Chaos, which is probably a wise decision based on the amount of utility that was essentially fanged in there by FURIA. Donji, low HP. That's ballsy from Zeppa, and he'll be shut down, traded out. But maybe Chaos needed a little bit of that pizzazz to get them into this round. Look at Art's position, though. So far forward in Banana. Someone's going to have to do something about this.
See what Donji does. He's even got himself the secondary, so Chaos, they are thinking ahead, purchasing some upgraded pistols in these situations, knowing that they've got that extra economy to utilize, but we are going to see the re-aggression into apartments. We'll steal as well with a flash to enable the waterfall to come through. Vanity going down at Banana, trying to sell the fake, will force back the rotation, but Yuri at the ready, not going to be blinded, and he's going to do almost everything. Can he find Steel hit?
Well, Steel's trying his best, still has 40 seconds, but won't win the aim duel against Yuri. USP too strong. It's 17-16 favouring FURIA as we head into the second half of overtime. Chaos still got a lot of work to do here if they want to get the upset. 3 rounds required from them to win. Only 2 for FURIA.
Will we see this one go all the way?
Yeah, could be double OT.
Could be a third map as well.
Pretty imperative that Chaos starts well, though, on the CT side here. I think if FURIA get this first round really cleanly, they'll just be feeling confident heading into the last 2, and I'm not sure that Chaos will be able to hold on against that.
Let's see how Chaos fare on the defense. They had a pretty rock-solid defense initially, but this time FURIA's warmed up on the attack. Let's see if they can keep that cohesion here. And Art's gone for the run boost. Hasn't quite worked out, but at least baits the shot and gains the angle. Nade into the perfect spot. Donji wants to go through, and he's a madman. Somehow survives. And again, P250 pull out, but Art manages to single-handedly open up that B site. Bomb is going to be thrown across for now as we see the consistent aggression. Art with a third, and he's hungry for more. But up against Steel,
He's a man on a mission.
Another Leaf.
I don't even know what to say about that. That was insane.
That was just pure disrespect, pure confidence.
But that is the kind of thing that Chaos cannot afford to let happen. FURIA now are going to be feeling it. They know they've got that lifeline. They've got the 2 rounds to play with here. 18-16. All it takes is one more round here for FURIA. They'll push us through to a third map. Chaos have worked so hard to get to this point. Been so close to getting the upset.
Are you watching what I'm watching? The balls on Art to not only get the entry, push through a smoke, push through a second into CT.
It's just pure mechanical prowess.
And a bit of insanity. Well, it's worked out. And FURIA are 1 away from the victory here in map number 2 and sending us all the way to map number 3.
I'd say it's looking like a highly likely possibility at the moment. Chaos are going to have to dig deep. They've dropped a fair bit of util early in this round to try and stop FURIA from pushing aggressively, which has essentially worked. It's tense times now for Chaos. They know they're on the precipice of dropping this map, and every shot, every mistake, every peek is going to count. Vanity not quick enough on the flick to get Art. And Yuri wins an important aim duel against Steel. Leaf should trade that down. Carpet's control still there for Chaos. Vanity will be held out by that smoke. He can just watch towards Diggity instead of having to deal with the library angle. Art has gotten in, but I think Vanity might have spotted the gun barrel there.
Yeah, I think that scope was certainly spotted, and Zeppa seems to be aware, just trying to play an off-angle in CT, make sure no aggression comes through, but Leaf is on the hunt, and he is hungry. And gets away from Henny as well, so no trade just yet.
Leaf picks up the AWP for one quick shot. Doesn't do too much with it. Henny drops. Good shot from Leaf. Playing the off angle. Vanity under a bit of pressure, but it's okay. Chaos survives. And they need to survive for one more round as well, Max. So it's not done just yet. But a good, solid round from Chaos that was.
Well, there were many moments there as well where Chaos just very fortunately won the battle of timing. That smoke popping over between Graveyard and Default, just covering the angle at the perfect moment, or else the AWPer there that snuck his way into Library could have had a clean shot onto Vanity, and that could have completely changed the round. What are you typing, Jordan? You typing C or F?
I think I'm typing F at the moment. I'm still thinking I'm typing F.
Ooh.
As much as I want to type C. I want to see the upset because I think that would be hype. I'm getting the sense that it's an F here, at least on Inferno, as far as Chaos is concerned. But even if they do drop Inferno, there's still another map. So it may not be F for the whole series.
Well, FUC means we are going to the third map. If that happens, for now, Chaos have one more round to play with to play for that double OT. And it's a slower approach from FURIA, just creeping their way up Banana. Again, looking like they may just go for one of their mid-round busts. But this time, Chaos, they've got that three-man setup ready to fight here at Banana, and that's if it comes. But the bomb starting to rotate in now, bringing the rest of the utility.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice setup for Chaos, especially having Steel at the back there in Dark. Need to see Zeppo get himself to Coffins, because this will be an incredibly crucial round for both teams, of course. Smokes do go down, Util's there, John G spamming away through the smoke, won't find too much success, but Caserato's already tagged down by some of the utility earlier on. Might make this round more doable. Boost up onto the flower pots, a very powerful position to play from for John G. Here comes the re-smoke for CT. FURIA definitely gearing up for a B bomb site take, but do they know? Steel's going to be here in Dark. When he gets across, Zeppa holds strong, a double kill for him, and John G hasn't even yet given away his position. Oh. 2 kills through the smoke. One, in fact, was above it, but it doesn't matter. Chaos, they hang on. It's double overtime.
Nuts round. Great read. Chaos with the fast rotation and the solid setup there on B was just enough. And we're getting straight into OT number 2. Same sides for both teams. Let's see if FURIA find any more, but yeah, Chonji just committing to the spray through the smoke is so ambitious, but he brings it back.
This is a great game of Counter-Strike, isn't it? One of my favorites actually from the year so far. And we've got some good games so far this year. So ESL One Cologne certainly putting Counter-Strike back on the map again.
A great way to get out of the player break.
Big being upset earlier on today, and maybe FURIA on the precipice of being upset as well. They're going to try and go back towards the B bomb site. Art creeping forward, being very sneaky, but John G, eyes like a hawk, spots him out, deals with him. Zeppa's hiding behind new box. Caserado has managed to get across, but look at this. John G's an absolute mad lad. Oh, he's done it all himself. Who cares? He doesn't need a team. It's Team John G at the moment in round 1 of the second overtime. Chaos are going to have to give him a pat on the back. 2 players left for FURIA.
Let's not write them off just yet. The 2v5 situation.
Certainly not. Henny has been huge.
Won. And Yuri as well is really starting to fire up. We've seen a couple of rounds where he manages to double down, triple down, really put the work in for FURIA. And now needs to be another one of those rounds if they want a chance here in the first round of OT2. Contact the bracket. Yuri going to be spotted, dry peeking, dangerous. Vanity wants it through the wall. He's going to flash himself onto the line, but the molly stops the peak for now, and P250 secures the kill onto the second. It's Leaf, actually, from the back to allow the 2-man setup to work.
I thought it was the P250. Look, I'm excited for everything at the moment. I'm pumped. Let's go. This is a great game.
You just stood up for the first time in 10 hours. How do you feel?
My legs are sore.
Do you want to sit back down?
Nah, it's all right.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you know, when you sit in a plane for 10 hours, you just sometimes want to get up and walk around a little bit. That's me right now.
Just pop a squat. You know?
Jumping all over the room. All right, here we go. Squat, live on stream. Ooh. There we go. That's an overtime squat for Chaos and Furia. Let's see how we go.
I heard every muscle fiber twitching.
Just cracked, to be honest.
Anyway. Furia. Again, a slower approach. Flash into Carps now. Just throwing some fake utility, trying to bait out anything. Trying to waste the utility that Chaos have.
Well, Chaos is going to have plenty of it. 16 KOT. You're not wanting for anything, really. They're feeling confident. They've now won 3 rounds in a row on the CT side. How many more can they string together? Another 2 puts them at 3-0 for this half. That's going to be a very nice spot to head into, but can't really count Furia out. Do you get the sense, though, that the momentum has slowed down quite substantially for Furia? Maybe that golden sort of a run that they had is over. Is it? I don't know. We'll see what Furia can come up with.
Silent boost up onto second. John G plays anti. Push comes in. Triple man setup. Does it work again? This time all 3 invested deep into sight, and Zephyr kicks it off nicely. Vinny on the trade. But John G's here and fighting. It's a 2 for 2. But they have no idea that Steel's hiding on the back of sight. The trigger discipline, it's here. And he might be able to get some more. Oh, they didn't spot him. And it's going to be 2 for 3. Steel with the blaze.
That's huge from Steel. He's won the round for Chaos. Again, the exact same strategy. All you have to do is hide, ladies and gentlemen. Patience is a virtue. 2 seconds. There's no time for Yuri to plant the bomb. And Leaf, oh, that adds insult to injury. Not that it matters.
Bounce.
But it is just another one for Chaos on the board. And now you start to feel like it might be possible again. The 2-0 today. Can Chaos get it over the line?
Let's go, Josh. Let's go, Joshy boy. Putting in the hard yards, isn't he?
What is it about the name Josh
It just
and being good at Counter-Strike? Because I know a few Joshes that are good at Counter-Strike.
great CS players. Anyway,
That's a better
speaking
start.
of great CS players, Furia, they have had enough, and they are not going to take the change in pace from Chaos lightly.
Hang on a second. Steel. He's got his PogChamp shoes on right now, but they've been blasted off by Art, so let's not get too excited just yet. 4-on-2, though. Zephyr and John G could really put the nail in the coffin of Furia if they're able to find a way to win this one. Zephyr still has a grenade in hand, but he won't use it. Looks like he's going to flash himself through the smoke. Goes charging onto the bomb site. That won't work out too kindly. John G. 2 low HP players and Questerado on full, but this is such a risky position to play from. Really waiting for a mistake from Furia. Smoke's going to fade. Surely he's dead here, and he is. Furia will salvage 1 round in the half. But Chaos comes out ahead. This time,
Quick time to relax as we do get into the second half of OT number 2. Chaos, speaking of 2, only need 2 to make sure they can secure the win here, secure the 2-0. Fury need all 3 to win and 2 to take us to the next overtime. Boost again, Art just looking for that early entry. Chaos, though, don't want to be caught off guard early. And Art's going on the hunt. He's halfway down Banana, but it's an earlier round approach towards the A site. Straight up Diggity. Couple of smokes as well, but Yuri.
Vanity, that's excellent. Another kill through the smoke. Questerado tries to hide behind it, but can't. It's not a brick wall. Carpets is dirty, but you can tell Chaos is well aware of that. Flashes are going through here from John G, trying to keep Furia at bay. Vinny's got himself 1, but still 3 more to find, and John G's patience is rewarded. He's got his smoke down. Vanity sees Art. This is typical Art gameplay, jumping up above and below and around the smokes. He almost gets knifed. John G saves him the embarrassment of that, but it's 21-19. 2 match points for Chaos. And Furia, They're going to call the tactical timeout. Let's reset things here. Let's build the suspense.
You can see
Does the upset happen, Mac?
that Steele was devastated that he didn't get the knife. He was right behind him.
What are you typing in the chat now? C or F?
I was always typing C. What do you mean?
I might be on the C hype train now.
Ooh. Well, let's see if this is the last round. FURIA just taking a moment to cook something up, to try to make a nice little platter. Extra cheese. Do you want some cheese?
Oh, I'd be a big fan of cheese right now. In fact, if I could order some extra cheese on a burger, that's exactly what I'd be doing at this current point in time.
On a fillet of fish?
Yes!
Oh, that's weird. Anyway.
5 times the cheese, Mac!
That's a lot of cheese. Anyway. Too early for this. You broke me.
All right. Well, let's see if Chaos can break FURIA. This would be the second big upset of today. AK's in hand. Mac 10 for John G. Can you imagine buying a Mac 10 in overtime and you've got all the money in the world? He wants to make those entries happen. Steele's wrapping around the back. I think they might be doing it. Vinny holding on the bomb side, but he'll fall. It's the Mac 10 coming up with the goods, and Steele's in the position.
It's happening!
It's a 1-on-2. Art's got to keep it alive here for FURIA, but Chaos Esports in the driver's seat. And they may be able to just kick it over the line here. Mac Art, he's going to go down. That's going to be it. Chaos Esports, they get the 2-0.